Make sure you guys press the like button, man. We about to jump right into it. At least I can give y'all some shorter videos now, cause we didn't cover like the majority of the information, strategies, and things of that nature. It's pretty straightforward now. It's looking like mid to long term miners are the thing, and this price is probably one of the best prices you're going to get. I think it bounced from here 2 times, and they've already added some crazy liquidity. So for people saying like the devs rugged, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know how to explain that, or I don't know how to respond to that, because why would they rug and then put 800,000 in here? That's more than what. Like, come on, y'all. It's getting kind of. This is one of the reasons why people don't read these comments. Like, are you on the devs? Are you on the dev team's pay? Wait, what did he say? Are you on the dev team payroll? Be honest with your subscribers. Like, what am I supposed to say to this? Like people are trying to set me up for trick questions, like weird, like when the miners mature, are they dead and buried? Like what? Like, come on, y'all. I don't know what y'all want me to say to some of these questions. So I might just stop reading questions again. You know what I'm saying? I started back reading questions. When things like going, when things are bullish, you know, people are pretty positive in regards to DeFi. As soon as anything happens in a different direction, now all of a sudden I'm working on a devs team. Like, like why y'all didn't say that? Why y'all didn't say that like 5-6 days ago? 5-6 days ago, I wasn't working for the dev team. Like if I was working for the dev team, I would have been working for the dev team 5-6 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Why would I? Never mind, man. That's just I have to do that. Like I find myself doing that like once per project. Somebody comes at me as if I'm working on a team or something like that. You guys saw what like my strategy. If I was working on, you know what, I'm gonna stop talking about that. So basically the short term miners aren't working. I already told you guys, I already showed you guys. Now what I want to talk about is they increased that buy and burn like a mofo. So now it's like 2 BNB for V2 buy and burn. You know what I'm saying? Like I see, remember, I've been putting emphasis on this every single video. At least one every day, at least one time every day since this project been out. The dev team has either been on an AMA or a voice chat, gave out some kind of alpha in a Telegram group or on social media, or did something on the protocol every single day. Like today is 2 BNB. Tomorrow, who knows? Tomorrow they might drop some science. tomorrow tomorrow they might drop some news that could be bullish. Tomorrow they might talk about, what is it called? Viper. In which I still think is going to be bullish for the protocol. No, I don't work for the dev team because I'm saying that. I'm saying that based on the information that's privy that any of you guys can go research. Go check out that post. I'm pretty sure somebody got a video somewhere, but I know Ray posted it on his X account. Like the how it's supposed to work, how Viper's supposed to work. So to go check out Ray's Bartertown Conglomerate X account, and you'll see why I think it's going to be bullish. Matter of fact, you're going to find out in the first couple of days or in the first day, because you're going to have people testing it out. But in order for them to test it out, they're going to have to spend that 0.1 BNB. So now all they have to do is figure out is, and let's be clear, they're not emergency unstaking and getting their DripX. They're essentially cutting their mining time in half, and then that DripX from that miner automatically gets staked. I just don't remember if it's a full 3,500 days or not. If it's 3,500 days, that's I mean, that's straight up burning tokens. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to prevent more tokens basically from hitting the market, because people could just go here and just sell that stuff, and you just see it on the chart. We got a lot of liquidity for BNB DripX, and you know, I could have sold around this amount and got that. For me, I didn't think it was worth it. But I'm gonna keep it 100. This might be more than what I'll get out of this. So I gotta keep it real, y'all. For people, because people think if I was working on a dev team, I wouldn't say this. So basically, I would have had off of 2 8-day miners, I would have had 200 and it was like 240,000 or something like that. No, 240 million. My bad. So 240 million. I would have had a little over this. I probably would have had like, I don't know what that is. I probably would have had like $600. Now the $600 might be. It's all going to really depend on the price of DripX increasing and more DripX entering the stakes. But once that happens, that's going to decrease my share. I think I was at like 1.8 on the first day, and then it went down. Or I think I was higher than that. On the first, when I first staked it, it was like 3 point something, and then it went down to 2, then 1, and then 7, and then it just kept going down. So maybe tomorrow. Now it has been over 1 something, like 1.7 over like the past three days. So we're gonna see how much this holds up, because here's the decision. Because I'm still documenting my journey in the protocol, so that's why I'm doing daily videos, or I might not do daily, but I might do whenever something high. So my next video might be when Viper comes out. But my decision, the decision I have to make, and this is like a daily decision, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, is either get some DripX off the market for cheap and stake it. But the problem, there's an issue. The problem with that is it going to be worth it? In 3 more days, we'll have this, which will probably be like $40 by then. Is $40 worth of DripX off the market worth? Because the reason why I'm saying that is I already had a budget on what I was going to put in, so I don't want to go back and do more if it's not worth it. Like I already know that mid to long term miners seems to be more worth it. Now we don't know what the future is going to bring. I'm just saying I don't really seeing the price getting lower than this. They just added 800K worth of liquidity, and people are selling, but they're not getting. They're not. My bad, not that. This I know this is somebody removing liquidity. You don't have to put that in the comment section. I already know that. I mentioned that in many videos. But this sell right here, people are essentially not getting. Then they sold this while I was making this video. People aren't getting as much. So it's only so many times people are going to be able to sell, unless there's new people buying at the bottom and just waiting for it to go up and then selling from there. And this is one of the reasons why we have things like Viper coming out, because that's just going to be less tokens on the market. The reason why that's important is people who've done 30 days, 15 days is about to come up in 3 days. So people who've done 15, 16, 17 days, 30, 31, 32, whatever days, and moving forward, after the 15 days, they'll be able to pay a small fee, which that BNB is going to feed the protocol, and it can go straight to the staking. I'm thinking that's people who are going to do that are more so people who are messing around with the staking. Is that going to dilute guys like me out of the market unless I put more in? Yes, but we already knew that. The only thing I didn't know is I didn't know the flow in the percentage of how your stakes were going to be, like the staying power of your stakes, so to speak. I didn't know it was going to be this fast. You know what I'm saying? But nobody really knows. That's the thing, and I'm honest enough to admit that it's easy for somebody to wait for something to happen and say, "Aha! I told you not to do this," or "Aha! You guys should have did that." Like anybody can say that. That's like those dudes who make those everything is going to fail crypto videos. Every time a DeFi project comes out, they just say it's a scam. You know how easy it is to be right? All you have to do is wait for something to fail and just say it's a scam. Even if it before it turns around, if it has a chance to turn it around. Like many people made videos on saying Drip was a scam, but it paid out billions, multiple billions. Like how? Now somebody might say just because something paid out, it doesn't mean it's a scam. Like, you guys saw the protocol. You know how it works. It's just some people that got wrecked are the ones who just maybe got in late. Like myself, I got in late. You guys seen the whole story. But I'm not complaining. It's just a part of the game. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to say. Like, what do you guys want me to say? You want me to get on her and just basically make something up? Like, I'm not about to do that. I don't see no value in doing that. Plus, that's not something that I don't feel or think that. So, for me, it's in closing. So I spoke about the BNB. I spoke about the Viper. I mean, Viper, because it's right around the corner. And my position in staking, because that's all that's really worth me talking about in my particular journey in the protocol until I get some more miners. And if I do get more miners, they're going to be longer term, because we already saw that short term isn't profitable. So basically, when I get those I got like 50 million DripX coming out of the from the miners. When I get that DripX, either I'm going to stake that. I'm going to take a chance to stake it. Or I might just have to sell that. But it's not going to be much. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know what's crazy? I can still say that the team was smart by how they moved, like how they did everything. As far as, adding the liquidity in BNB. I don't even think they said that beforehand. They just did it. And that was smart. I can't hate on them for, that it makes sense. I see how that made sense. For the overall ecosystem. Whether I made a good decision or not, I can still see how that made sense for this protocol. Because maybe in 60 days or 45 days or even 30 days plus, things might be bullish as far as mining is concerned. And let's be clear. If you're not staking, you're selling the DripX. I mean, we don't really have to play around with that. Like, if you're calculating profits, if you're calculating percentages, you're calculating profits off of selling DripX. It's just nobody says it, but that's the only other thing you can do. Either you're going to sell it or you're going to stake it. Or you could hold on to it, but that might not be in bad. That holding, like, let's just say you got a bunch of miners coming out and you getting, I don't know, 100 million, DripX per week or whatever the number is going to be. You could in turn hold it instead of selling it and waiting for the price to go up later and sell it, or waiting for somebody else to build on top. It just depends on how you feel about the project. And if you feel like it's worth it selling at that rate. Like right now, 100 million is $300, $400, $500 in between there. You might want to hold it because you feel like something else might come out. So it's really not that difficult like people are making it seem. Either you're going to sell it now, you're going to hold it to sell it later, you're going to stake it, or you're going to hold it to see what else is coming out. Like, I don't know what else y'all want me to say. And it's not like I'm trying to not say anything negative. At the end of the day, this is how I think, right? If I make a decision in the protocol, and I know y'all don't want to hear this, I know it's going to get more dislikes than the other video. If I make a decision in the protocol and things go in a different direction, if there's nothing bogus going on, I have to blame myself. Like, these guys didn't rug. I just explained, we just saw they put 800,000 in liquidity. We had what? We had a peak of 300 something thousand before day 8. And yes, I saw that robots were able to start selling in 10 seconds and some crazy numbers. Had to be bots because nobody would be able to do that unless you got something connected to the code. Like, you'd have to been looking at the back end and have your finger on it. You'd have to have a couple computers to try to do something like that. You would down there have to be like you would have to be on the inside to even execute that, or you have to be a bot. And I'm pretty sure those were bots because it don't make sense for anybody on the inside to do that. So I don't know what else y'all want me to say, but you can only blame yourself first if nothing else bogus is going on, and then just kind of keep it moving. So it's either I'm gonna get some longer term miners, and I'm talking, if I get some, it's probably gonna be, it's probably gonna be at least like, it's gonna be probably at least like 90 days. and up. And on the crazy thing about that is I don't see it at that time. I don't see the price being lower than this. But you never know. So only invest what you're willing to potentially lose. Other than that, that's all I got. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the like button. Subscribe to this video. Be nice to this video. It's Icy. I'll see y'all in the next one.